So my name is Diana Ellis, and I'm Museums Education Officer at Glasgow Museums, and a job share the post at the end of the week. So you've got me and the lovely Carla at the start of the week. And as a teacher, I've been an EAL support teacher myself in the past, and so I was really keen when I took on this role. I've only been in the role for about a year, to build a partnership with the EAL support service. I wanted actually to come out and say I can at the start. Thank you to Timona. Yeah, that was so amazing. And you were saying some people feel a bit with the word ritual, but I think what a wonderful way to set the tone for the day is that kind of quiet, contemplative space and the creation of something together. And now I just want to hear everyone's migration stories, because it's all about story and everybody has a story. So I think what we wanted to support with our partnership was I would like the museums to move towards what we offer for schools, and the schools coming in a stronger sense of representation of the stories of the children in Glasgow. So our demographic in Glasgow has changed markedly over the last 10-20 years, and I think the service that we offer for our young people who come in with schools, as schools groups to do workshops, doesn't always meet the needs of the children that are coming in. And sometimes we have classes of maybe 80-90% children with English as an additional language. Sort of their own stories are not the stories that they see in the Glasgow Museums. So that's something that we, in partnership, are working to improve. So we're going to talk you through how we're hoping to do that. So that's us. This says 8th of October because this was when we started the project, so this is really, really new. We're only a couple of months down the line. And we decided to put together a professional learning programme. So we're joining together in partnership the museum learning assistants that deliver workshops to our young people in Glasgow Museums, and the teachers that deliver English as an additional language support across the city. So just a bit of background, the Museums Education Service, we have a wide-ranging programme for all the museums across the service. I'm going to come out of this very briefly just to show you. So if you were interested, for those of you from other countries, online you can have a look at our schools programme. That's for primary children, and for the secondary children, what we offer across the museums. And for our Glasgow schools, this is free. We do charge for schools out within the authority. Can we go back to that? Yeah, so what we want to do is make sure that what we offer our young people is high quality, but what we also do is make sure that our learning assistants and curatorial staff are receiving high quality training that ensures that we're meeting those needs as well. And we also do that in a reciprocal way, because the way that we work with objects is so often about story. Where do those objects come from? What's behind what we see in the museums? So for us, the teachers can learn just as much from our amazing learning assistants in the museums as we do from the teachers in the field. So, and there's all the advocacy behind that as well. With limited resources, the advocacy is very important. So that's what we do, our side of the partnership.
Thank you, Diana. As Diana said, the current situation in Glasgow, the increasing numbers of EAL learners across the city is increasing. We're now at 13,400. That's roughly about approximately 20% of the school roll population. And as EAL teachers, we have a very good service in Glasgow. I have to say it's been absolutely fabulous working for the Glasgow EAL service. We have a number of teachers, as Diana said earlier, we're kind of restricted with resources, with special human resources. So across the city, we have a team of EAL teachers. Some are based in schools, and some are working in a penny team where they kind of work citywide across the city, supporting bilingual learners from nursery through to primary and into secondary. And as you can see, the role of the EAL teacher, we do many things. We kind of support schools, we provide teachers with strategies, resources, we assess English language acquisition of all EAL learners. We also support and offer support and advice at key transition points. So that's from nursery into primary into secondary, and also sometimes even beyond. We also provide a specialist support service as well, where EAL learners may have other additional needs. So we have a team of specialist EAL teachers who work with young learners and also help them access the curriculum. And we work in partnership with many families, and as recently as you've seen, we are welcoming lots of Syrian families into Glasgow, and we have been supporting since last year many of the Syrian families. And you can imagine the trauma and what they've come through, so we have to have that kind of capacity to build with these families. We also, some of our secondary colleagues support the Scottish qualification of ESOL, and we also offer much kind of tailored school-based training packages for all mainstream staff. And we've also worked with lots of agencies. We've worked in the past with British Red Cross, and we've drilled this fantastic partnership with Glasgow Museums. When Diana came up with this idea, we thought, yes, this is great. And Maria Walker, who's the head of the EAL service, was absolutely really excited and said this would be a great partnership because we don't have the resources in schools. So to bring children out into these fantastic venues and to give them this experience of learning about migration and culture and heritage, and also what these children, young learners bring to Glasgow. We support not only new arrivals, but we also support British-born bilingual children who have been here over generations, and I'm being one, and I went through the system where I had a lot of real support, because my mum was unable to support me. She didn't have the language, she didn't have the experience, her education is very different, so, and here I am to show you that yes, there is. So we need to provide an effective service and a very valuable service to all Glasgow children.
Okay, how do we time, Mark?
Yeah, wrap it up.
Wrap it Yeah. Okay. All I was going to show you was just how we are learning from each other. So at the moment, we are going into each other's educational context. So the teachers who have the background in supporting learners with just beginning English are coming into the museums and supporting us, our learning assistants, and then our learning assistants are going into the schools and seeing how they're operating. And we as supporters of that are engaging in structured reflective professional dialogues. We're bringing all of these people together. How are you getting on? What are we learning from each other? And we're recording the learning with that so that we can share it with the rest of the museums, because not everybody's having the opportunity to engage in this process. So we're building all the evidence, all the photographs, lots of audio recordings, and we're going to present at Kelvin Grove in May or June next year. I forgot the date. Yeah, so we're presenting together next year, and for those of you that are still in any museums, you're very welcome to come and hear how the first year of the project has gone on. So that's us.
Thank you.